Hi water signs, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. Please make comments in the section below. We're going to do this in a time-stamped reading, Pisces first, and this is the work area at 2 cards in relationship and 2 cards in what else do we need to know, followed by moonology cards. So this is a water sign and we'll start with Pisces. So what do Piscean people need to know regarding work? Pisces and work today. Pisces and work. Sorry. What do Pisces need to know regarding work? Pisces and work today. Pisces and work today. So 2 cards here plus the moonology card. Relationships. What do relationships with Pisces today? Relationships, Pisces. Relationships, Pisces. Okay. There you are, 2. And then what else you need to know, Pisces, today? What do Pisces need to know today? Pisces needs to know today. 1 and 2. And then we'll just use the moonology just to clarify things. Pisces, Pisces today for work. Pisces work. Okay, and relationships, Pisces. Relationships. And what else do Pisces need to know today? Pisces need to know today. What else? What else for Pisces? Right. Okay. Hope you're having a good day so far. Let's have a look. So the Magician. Wow. So Pisces, you may be feeling quite magical today. You might be feeling that you can create anything that your heart's desire, you're thinking, but also on a spiritual level, you can pull down what's needed on a soul level. So you can see here that the table is levitating. So what are you bringing about that you can make happen miraculously? So this is in the regards to work. So the ability to create and manifest, but also new ideas, new way of moving through the whole work aspect. For some of you working in the home, creating family, this is all to do with work, new projects, things like that. So the Magician has got a real ability to not only teach yourself, but also others as well. So just seeing a miracle happen before your very eyes can manifest another step, another level to show others as well as yourself. So sometimes you can surprise yourself within work. You've also got the King of Pentacles. So working very hard and very precisely is also good. Yes, we can put a little bit of illusion, the illusion of grandeur. But also with work, we can take charge and be very prosperous in it. So maybe for some of you Pisces, there isn't enough money around. But funnily enough, you might find the investment to blow it up. The King of Pentacles, he's going on his journey. He's really he's in touch with his roots. He's very astute and he can just create. He can go to any kingdom now to create more of. His ability to speak and create is hugely teamed up with the Magician. It's like this aspect today is going to bring a lot of financial security, perhaps for some of you, new ideas of working, a new way of being. So for some of you, if you're actually planning on working abroad eventually, then this could be the very start of that idea, the whole aspect. And it's time to release the negativity surrounding work. So the negativity, you could have a feeling aspect, or it's not enough. If you were to plan on moving in another aspect, you can create it. Remember, you're the magician. You can make things happen in your life. Having the King of Pentacles will allow you to search out and get in touch with the prosperity and abundance that could be there if you release the negativity. So this is the only thing that's stopping him. A magician, he has to practice his tricks if he's going to show tricks on TV and things like that. He has to practice. He has to learn his trade. So yes, he can be a bit of an illusionist, but also the magic. Sometimes when we know how to do a trick, we're disappointed. So it's in the beauty of not knowing how to do the trick. So the beauty of manifesting, might not know the science behind it, but hey, it works, so I'm going to keep it. So letting go of the negativity will bring about the miracles that can happen if you apply yourself even more. And if you really contemplate, you have it in abundance. So in what area of your life with work and career and making money you're in charge of, you know it, you know how to do it. Just release the negativity and believe in yourself wholeheartedly. Does that make sense? So in your relationships, you have the Queen of Pentacles, very grounded, lots of earth. If you've got a lot of earth in your chart, this is what's coming through. The creativity that you can manifest relationships as well, and love for yourself and love for other people is unlimitless. This is also the Mother card. So if a lot of you are mothers, that relationship, and if you're a father as well, the nurturing side is definitely there. So passing on love, what we love about ourselves, is a great way to pass on to our children as well. So the ability to create and keep that cycle going is miraculous, and here with the magician you can adopt that work ethic to your relationship ethic. So the Three of Wands, maybe waiting for communication, maybe trying to aspire and be solid for someone, because you have got the Queen of Pentacles here. It's like you're trying to support them, you're trying to really aspire. So aspiring yourself and supporting in a way to manifest more of it is there. So on the Moonology card, a win-win outcome is forecast. So waiting for communication and really being grounded in your ability to manifest a relationship and start really seeing many sides of the equation. Maybe you have to juggle being a single parent or a parent per se, or a step family into the equation of relationships. So merging two kind of families together, maybe a win-win situation. Do write in the comments below. What else do we need to know, Pisces, today? Why did I do that? So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. So this is teamed up very good with the Magician. What goes around comes around, and with luck and with a win-win situation here, things are really on the move. So that's interesting to know. Teamed up with Death. So the movement is really allowing the old to go away and the newness to materialize, which you're creating. You're working hard on yourself to achieve what you need to achieve by removing what's no longer needed, creating what you do need and making the luck. There's a luck card here. Win-win situation. But this is obviously a good prosperous time, Pisces, to move things along. Again, with the nurturing side and being a parent is very much key. So being a parent today, and what that means to yourself, even if you're single, it might mean what your parents have given to you, or you've learnt from them kind of aspect. So the out with the old and in with the new, and what's turning around, these are two major arcana cards which have to be listened to, kind of, because it's telling you, don't worry about things that are no longer needed. We're making way for the goodness. If we can't make the space, the goodness can't come in, and we can't create and make things happen. So a new start is coming, which was obvious with the death card, because out with the old, in with the new. So if people are waiting, if Pisces are waiting for the creating of a new relationship, creating of new birth, things like that, then this is a very good prosperous day to realise what you do create has an effect for all involved. And that's why I think you've got this as a win-win situation, but also with a new start for yourself. So paying attention to how you do manifest, really, on a positive note. Thank you, Pisces, for listening. Do check out the general reading as well. Thank you so much for listening. See you next time. I just got to try and stop this. Hi Cancerians, how are you doing? So we're going to do work, relationship, and what else you need to know today on the 9th of July. So what do Cancerians need to know today regarding work? Cancer and work, Cancer and work, Cancer, work and Cancer. Right, just 2 cards here plus the Moonology card. 2 cards here. What do Cancerians need to know regarding relationships and Cancer? Cancerians and relationships. Cancerians and relationships. 2 cards. And lastly, what other aspects do we need to know today? What other aspects do Cancerians need to know today? What other aspects do Cancerians need to know today? Alrighty. 2 cards here. And stand up straight. The viewers need a straight card. Right, Moonology for work regarding Cancerians. Cancerians, work. Alrighty, and I was going to say work, rest and play. Relationships. Relationships for Cancerians. Alrighty, and no cheating. And what else do Cancerians need to know today? Alrighty. Right, all will be revealed. So we'll put Mr. Moon down here for a minute and then have a look at what's this. 4 of Swords. So regarding work, Cancerians, we need a little bit of a rest. A rest to recuperate what we need to learn from work. Work can be a stable influence in our life, and on the mental level, yeah, working hard and studying and using our mental ability and being quick-witted sometimes has to be in place. But sometimes our attitude and our way of working just needs a little bit of rethinking, being grounded enough to work through certain issues. Some of these certain issues that could come up are work teammates that we work with, higher management, things like that. So it's a time to just take the step back, you know, let's not be overly concerned today with things that don't really, like politics of work. Just leave them alone. They're not our problem, really. Eight of Pentacles. Wow. So that is a great aspect for work at the moment, Cancer. So it just means that you know your trade, but you could sort of apply more learning to it. Learning the ability to work harder. No, I don't mean you're not working hard, but so if you take time out to realise what you can achieve, especially if you want to take a step back and move away from work, because some of you will, but a lot of you may be in that early stage of really wanting to apply yourself for promotion. So being promoted needs a step back to realise, is that necessarily what you want? Some of you might be just having this work period where you're just waiting for the new opportunity for the next step. Maybe some of you are going into a family, so at the moment the work is okay. Let's just have a look at the Moon card. Be bold and make the first move. Interesting in the work aspect. So when we're bold, so we're rethinking what next step. And if you are bold and you value yourself, because I think you do, ask for promotion. So that's a bold step within the work area. Or ask the supervisor that you need time off. Because time off from work, maybe some of you are thinking of taking a year off or something like that. So if we don't ask, we don't get. But really contemplate what it is that you want to do. What is your next step within your work area? Is it learn to be more passive in work? It's not as important as my home life. Do you know what I mean? So let's see relationships. So, Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords within relationships. So this is interesting because you've laid the sword at the door so no one else can get in. Interesting. So are you being overprotective today? Are you overprotective with your heart? Do you need to speak about your heart to open up about your home life? Or is this just a new idea to start a new home and you're just being a little bit protective? Let's have a look. The Princess of Pentacles. So I think today Cancerians are very happy just to be contemplating about life in general. This isn't a very action card teamed up with this one about what you are doing within relationships. So there is a start to look to a future, but it's almost like being grounded and happy at home, happy with who you are and really developing yourself, because we can see in the work area there is something moving. So in relationships, it's that relationship with yourself and your security and your home life that's probably needs more attention than a one-to-one aspect with somebody else. Does that make sense? So bringing the love into the situation is Moon in Aquarius. So that thinking aspect of the Ace of Swords is bringing about the gentleness of new thinking about how you can see a future for yourself, not being obviously negative or disillusioned about the whole thing. A little bit of creativity here with the Princess of Pentacles with the Aquarian Moon will bring a flair of drama in a nice way, not in a negative way. But it is kind of the outside, it's like the inside is very valuable at the moment. So what you're creating with yourself to attract is there. So other aspects, Cancerians, is the Prince of Wands. So taking action is good, but this particular deck isn't all about rushing in. This is about really knowing what work does need to happen. Taking charge of who you are and creating what you do want, especially within relationships. Also here with the Seven of Cups, you've got many choices. In fact, you've left some of the cups here on the harbour pier, whatever it's called. I'm not a sailor. I'm just trying to look for the other cups. I see them. So you have left some of the cups there. So it's almost like a little reluctant to completely set sail and go for the journey of love, journey of your heart. And this is perhaps why here with the Prince of Wands, it's taking action with what you can do with your heart. What choices are here? When are you going to make the choice? So this will allow you to make a choice of, are you being too closed off in relationships? Answers on the postcard. So communication is key here. Communication is key. So this is, again, I think, mainly to yourself. So taking the time out to know what you want regarding work. Are you working on yourself quite well at the moment? And communication to yourself is going to be key in understanding what you want, only from career, but home life as well. What is it in the home? Are you waiting to have a family, and that's why your career job, what you're working at, isn't as important, and that's why you need to say to a partner or to yourself what you do want. Does that kind of make sense, Cancerians? Anyway, I wish you all the best today, and if you want to check out the general reading and any other playlist, really, lots of love to you. We'll see you again. Do take care. Thank you for watching. Always a challenge, just switch it off. Stop. Hi Scorpio, how are you doing today? So we're going to do work, relationship, and what else do we need to know? So Scorpio, what do you need to know in your work area? Scorpio, work. Whoops, sorry about that. Work, Scorpio, Scorpio, work. Scorpio, work. Right, just 2 cards for that. 1, 2, and relationship, Scorpio. Relationship, Scorpio today. Scorpio, relationship. And we'll do a Moonology card for each of them. What else do Scorpions need to know today? Scorpio need to know today. Scorpio today. Right. And then a Moonology card. Work, Scorpios. Work. Okay. And relationships, Scorpio. Relationships. And lastly, what else do we need to know? Subconscious level, Scorpio. Okay, so we'll just put the Moonology card down for a few minutes. So we have the Three of Swords in our work area. So there might be a tendency to protect yourself at work. There's an aspect that you're trying to aspire, bring down a certain thought, but maybe it's slightly blocked. As you can see, the swords are blocking the doorway. So there is an obstacle here with work that needs to be kind of released. opening the door to new opportunities regarding work and career and communication. So who at work perhaps is not communicating enough to make yourself a little bit miserable. So one has to be working as a team if you're in a team. But if someone's trying to make things very difficult, that's when the blockage, especially if it's to do with a lot of communication, your work is to do with communication, and someone's stopping you, whether that's the computers are broke or something like that, there is a tendency that there might be a slight delay. So just watch that out. However, there's a lot of sun, a major sun. So nothing's too untoward here with you, yourself, within work. It's a very creative time, a very balanced time. So this, the Three of Swords within the work area, is a little bit of a challenge. So having the energy and opportunity is definitely there to make your career full and complete. There's also an understanding of who you are. And when this communication is a little bit blocked, maybe you can't find the information or something like that, it's very challenging, especially when you're in this positive drive. So I hear your pain with that. Oh, that's frustrating. I'm getting frustrated for you. Right. Step out of your comfort zone within work. So that's quite interesting, because if there is a kind of a blockage, then stepping out and realizing your full potential, the sun can't get any more fuller. This is a fantastic card because the sun puts energy into everything. It's got a lot of masculine energy. So if you put a lot of yang into stepping out of your comfort zone regarding work, the productivity is going to be so much more. Now, for some of you, that might just mean putting up a shelf in the house. And sorry for using the word just. I can't do it, so come round to my place and do it. So, you know, the effort, putting the energy in it, and yeah, so if you are doing that and you've lost the manual of how to do it, or you've lost a screw, frustrating. But stepping out your comfort zone to do something that normally you wouldn't do, because positivity is definitely there for yourself. Right, relationships, put that card down, have a look at this one. So you have the Princess of Pentacles. So within relationships, so here, relationships with the Princess of Pentacles, it's all about making music. Oh, here we go. You think I was Scorpio rising. So here with the Princess of Pentacles, right, within relationships, it's about creating a newness, a stability within a relationship, and really seeing the future for yourself. It's like if you're in a peaceful environment and communication is there as well as feeling, then you can both see a future. If you're not in a relationship, seeing that future and communicating to yourself is a lot better than struggling. And we can see here with the Ace of Swords, there is an aspect that you've blocked yourself off. It's a bit like the Cancerians. So here it's very much about what have you blocked off. What aren't you flowing? Now, because she's playing music, it's like maybe the tune of yourself, the vibration of yourself you've blocked off. So the energy has to rise all the way from the bottom to the top and back again, so we can be open to the love to be transformed in. So blocking it off isn't the most intelligent idea when we want to bring love to ourselves. So in a relationship, if we're not vibrating at the same frequency between our partner and ourselves, then blocking that off isn't always the best. So this is about working through your fears not blocking things off, not saying, oh, I've had a relationship that went literally tits up. So working through those fears, opening the door of your heart and letting the love come in is a good stance today, to see a possibility, to vibrate at your own tune, to magnetize that other person to your tune, to the same wavelength, so to speak. What else do we need to know, Scorpions? Are we on Scorpio? I've lost the plot now. So we've got the Hanged Man. So with the Hanged Man, it's all about sacrificing the ability of time and space to really realise what is going on in your life. So taking the time out to get in touch with your higher self, it is a good stance to actually take. Regarding relationships, that means taking a breather to be yourself, clearing away negative energies, to kind of, your fears, clearing away all those fears. So taking the time out to really realise who you are and what you want is a good starting point. 9 of Pentacles here. So there is enough money around if you allow that to still spill over in all areas of your life. The possibility of realising what you do want regarding career and the energy that you can put in that, it is also very good to have new ideas, have new aspirations for that, as long as you can let go of this blockage that is kind of spilling into relationships. So if you're kind of unbalanced a bit about how you're making money and things like that, even though you have got the security, if you look around at what you've created just now, you actually have. So just finding out a more in-depth way of creating that within relationships, because I think for you, relationships seems to be not a problem, but need to be looked at. You are good enough. You see, you are good enough. So realizing what you do have in your environment can give you the ability now to really manifest self-love, self-worth. But the Princess of Pentacles here, what are you creating? What's your vision? Not blocking off the heart and really saying you are good enough, because you actually are. When you've got the sun, all that masculine productivity of energy, you can create the world. And I'll give you a tip of the day. The sun, if it wasn't here, nothing else would exist. So if you can be like the sun today and say, I am a valuable person to me and everyone else around me, that's probably a good tip to take away. So thank you so much for listening, and if you want to check out the general reading, that's fine. Alright, lots of love to you all. Do take care, and we'll see you again next time. It will stop.